Breaking news of Vladimir Putin orders mass anti-you-know-what jab to begin in Russia next week. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachak Wadash for giving me the spirit to do this lesson. Shalom to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Shalom to the men of the Lord that are prophesying, preaching, and teaching on the highways and byways in sincerity and in truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect, who are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the Lord will have mercy on. You can see it here. President Vladimir Putin has ordered the start of a mass-scale jab against this illness in Russia by the end of next week. Medics and teachers will be the first to get the shot. Now, I don't know how much news has to come out before, Israel gets it, man. Every day there's something, and it's just blatant. It's right in your face that we've basically been saying the whole time. This thing it's going to be mandatory. It's going to be a test of faith. It's going to sift out a lot of you 2/3 that who are claiming to be of the body, but really are just doing this for whatever reason, because you think it's a game. You just want to be a part of a group. You want to have a title. This is the sifting period, and it's not to be messed with, man. There is a time of trouble that's coming, and this thing is heavily linked to the mark of the beast, which we know is the it's also known as the hour of temptation. Now you see this coming out directly as a straight up order, man. Now that is Russia, but when you think about it, Russia, Putin has the same title as America. He's the president of Russia. He's not a prime minister. He's not a king. He's not a sultan or a shah or whatever other title that they give to leaders of countries. It's the same thing, because they have a similar legal system compared to some other countries. All right. Now, if you think this guy Joe Biden is going to be any better, then you're sorely mistaken, man. The devil is the devil at the end of the day. And, and it's just a very quick article. It says, basically, it gets straight to the point. Medics and teachers going to be the first one to get the shot. Now, we know what they've already stated over here is the same thing, but with healthcare workers. And then they just straight up said the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who need it the most. Now, all of a sudden, they care about you while you in the unemployment. They're starving you out. They won't even give you stimulus money. All while telling you can't work, you can't stand a certain distance from each other. You got to wear a mask, and completely destroying society. And then they won't even help you, keep your life together, because they're breaking this society down, man. And if you can't see it after all of this, then there's a good chance the spirit is not on you, and you will take that jab, you will take the chip, and if you do the latter, which is take the chip, you're gonna be destroyed, man. And that's what we're saying. These are the signs that we're almost out of here. All right, this is 2 Ezra 9:3. I'm gonna just start at 1. Actually, he says, he answered me then and said, "Measure thou the time diligently in itself, And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told before thee, and we've definitely seen part of the signs pass. We've seen a whole lot of the signs. It says, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So the Most High is almost here, and he's going to have mercy on the remnant, and then the rest, he's going to have wrath, man. That has to sink in. Like, do you get what that means? The most powerful. Salakia. Salakia. Excuse me. The most powerful being that created everything is going to have a wrath. And you got guys out here who just don't fear the Lord. They don't fear the Lord enough to tell you to even be cautious on taking certain jabs, on taking, he's saying the Most High is not going to be angry if you take a chip. Well, the Most High is angry in general right now. All right. He's got things to get off his chest, him and his son, Yahweh, which is the father's name, and Yahweh Shai, which is his son's name. They got a major chip on their shoulder, man. And they're about to come here and do their thing. The spirit, when he returns, is not going to be of mirth. All right. That's after the judgment, lots of mirth will be set up for our people. But there's a major correction that has to happen first. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, we've been seeing earthquakes for years now. Every year really it's just been getting higher in frequency, but we're going to see major earthquakes, like catastrophic earthquakes. Some of them on these fault lines out here. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, and this is definitely going to cause an uproar, man. Imagine if tomorrow that decree came out here, in America, man, all hell would break loose. And see, that's why Edom is trying to finagle this thing in here. He's trying to finesse it, He's trying to do polls and studies and get a percentage of how many people would take it and how many people wouldn't. And using words like, we got to convince them. He's going to bring out leaders. You got the guy, Lupe Fiasco, just a nigga, man. I can't believe I even never liked that guy, But that just goes to show you, man, that, any man of this world, ultimately he's not something that you rely on, man. He's not something you look to as a leader. Ultimately it's this truth that you have to put your trust and your understanding, your faith into. Esau is going to use our people to try to convince us to do these things, and it's not going to work. There's still going to be uproars, and then finally, when you in a bread line, 3 miles long, he's just going to say, you got to take the chip. So that's where we are. It says, then, verse 4, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. So the end is manifest, man, and you can't deny the signs. We've been telling you this exact same thing is happening, and now, you got Israelites trying to butter you up, trying to make you feel better about taking the vaccine when this is the test of your faith. Brothers might have to lose their jobs. There are evictions going on right now. You might have to go without. And do you have faith for the Most High to provide for you, to lift up a standard when the enemy comes? These are the things we should be praying on. There shouldn't be a spirit of mirth out there in Israel, in the country in general. Yeah, I ain't supposed to be thinking about unity camps and all of these Christians who they're done for, man. Now there's nothing wrong with debating with Christians and whatnot, or defending the gospel. That's not what I'm saying. But there are camps that's the spirit that they're in constantly when we're in the time of prophecy. Prophecy should be the main MO right now. It should be our main focus. Why? Because it's descending on us, man, very rapidly. Verse 5, it says, "For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works." And powerful works are on their way. And that's when, things as we know it it's gonna be undeniable, because a lot of guys, they've already changed drastically, but the people still have the ability to be in denial because they haven't seen, a brother, lift up a car or or go invisible, or spiritual powers, or crazy signs in the heavens. There are signs in the heavens, but there are going to be signs where it's going to completely confound Esau's wisdom, his science, and the foundation that people have, their faith and trust in this place are going to be destroyed. It says, "And endings and effects and signs." It says, "And everyone shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed." All right. So that's what it takes. Not getting a go bag. All right. Not just hoping and praying. I really hope I'm of the elect. No, man. Do some work, man. Hope brothers put up a video. Get your mind rooted in this thing. It says, "Shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning." All right. So these are the things that's coming. You can see, Russia don't give a damn. They're going to do their thing, and that's going to be that, basically. So there's a couple prayers you could say, really all throughout Psalms, but man, I'm going to go to Psalms 31 real quick. This whole chapter is good, but, let me start at 2. I'll skip a few because the whole chapter is good, but it says, verse 2, "Bow down thine ear to me, deliver me speedily, be thou my strong rock, for an house of defense to save me, for thou art my rock and my fortress. Therefore thy name's sake lead me and guide me. Pull me out of the net that they have laid privily for me, for thou art my strength," because this is a net, and they have been privily planning this for a very, very long time. What is the perfect plan to get rid of these Israelites? To finally get this place under subjection. To finally take over the world, maybe even go to Mars. That's their goal. It says, "Into thine hand I commit my spirit. Thou hast redeemed me, O Lord Yahweh. Power of truth, I have hated them that regard lying vanities, but I trust in the Lord Yahweh. I will be glad and rejoice in thy mercy, for thou hast considered my trouble. Thou hast known my soul in adversities." And this is what this spirit, this is what it's going to take to get delivered, man. Faith and works, having a contrite heart. But if you don't even believe that this is part of prophecy, this jab that's coming, the chip, the mark of the beast, then you're through. And if you wait until, adversity is staring you down in the faith and you haven't done anything to get your spirit right, for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you're going to get judged, man. I skip down to verse 13. It says, "For I have heard the slander of many. Fear was on every side while they took counsel together against me. They devised to take away my life." And that's what this jab is. Because they got who knows what the hell they have in it, man. But we know it ain't going to be nothing good because he doesn't care about you. If he cared about you, he wouldn't have you out there starving in the unemployment line. He wouldn't shut down economies. He wouldn't have Jake in the predicament that he's been in for years. But now all of a sudden he cares. So if they're giving you something to the point where they're gonna force it on you, it ain't nothing good in there, man. And they're not gonna publish. They're not gonna publish ingredients or what's in it or any of that. Another good chapter to read is Psalm 64. This whole thing is only 10 verses. I'll just read verse 2 real quick. "Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who with their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not." All right. So read, man. Now time to get rooted, to fast, to pray. With that, I'm going to say shalom. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rachakwadash. Hopefully, y'all brothers were edified. I love y'all. Stay in this truth. Stay rooted. Shalom. Wa abad babal.